Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Midnight Pop Culture. I'm Josh, and I'm once again joined by Joe.
Hello.
And today, this podcast is going to be a bit more of a chilled out one, as we've done the pilot now, and we are currently trying out new settings on our software. So this is more of a play around, whilst also just having a general chat.
Yes.
So, how have you been then, Joe?
I've cried myself to sleep because I finished Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, right. Okay. No proper spoilers in this one though, yeah?
I won't spoil it.
But talking about Ghost of Tsushima is a perfect opener, really, because I imagine you've done like a load of the side quests, if not all of them.
I've done a fair amount of side quests, but I was mainly focused on the single player, like direct main quest.
Yeah.
Because the story was just so damn good.
I haven't even like gone past Act 1 because I've just been doing all of the side quest stuff.
Really?
I just love exploring, and I've probably abused the customization settings, because almost every single time I play it now, I've just changed my outfit because I found something new.
I know, I'm constantly changing my outfit as well.
Like, I've gone from, obviously, when you've got the broken armor, to the clan armor you get from what's her name, Mayako?
The old woman.
Yeah, the one that's avenging
Masako.
That's it. Yeah, and I didn't like the color scheme of that original one, if I'm honest.
I made it white.
Yeah, that's what I've got it as now. I've got it as white, and then I've got the mask you get from the gift altar.
Yes.
But I think at the moment I'm wearing what's his name? Toshinori, the one with the invincible armor, essentially. Or was it Nagao? Was it Nagao?
I have no clue.
Well, it's one of the Mythic Tales things.
Right, I've barely done any of the Mythic Tales.
Joe, you need to do the Mythic Tales, man.
I did the one about the famous archer.
Yeah, that's one where you get his armor.
Oh yeah, then I've got it as well.
You need to do all of them.
It didn't look cool enough.
Yeah, I think you need to have like a different color scheme on it, because I'm wearing it and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about the two different color schemes.
It's actually very good of them to be quite true to the actual history of Japan when it comes to what people are wearing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, Jin Sakai, the protagonist, was never a real person.
But you could imagine him being in that situation.
I could, yeah.
Because, I mean, I still need to read up on a bit more of 13th century Japan, because I absolutely love, like, samurai and stuff like that.
It is pretty badass.
So, like, when you get thrown into a game like Ghost of Tsushima, and you're just let off to explore the world of Tsushima on your own, and you can literally just either go on like dirt paths and find bandits with hostages, and you can the standoffs are so good.
Yeah, they get harder as you continue through the game, though.
I mean,
because near the start I was like, oh yeah, this is easy.
Yeah, and then you get something that like try and fake you out.
Yeah, but they do it. They actually fake you out even more towards the latter half of the game. And it's a pain in the arse.
I don't know if it's just because I probably leveled up my legend quite a bit with doing the side quests, but they are getting increasingly more difficult now because they fake me out a lot more.
Yes.
What's your favourite stance?
Have you got all of the stances yet?
I haven't got moon stance.
My favourite is moon stance.
Ooh. I think my favourite thus far is probably wind stance.
Am I allowed to tell you what moon stance does, or do you consider that a spoiler?
Put it in brief terms.
Well, it basically allows you to take on like the big hulky dudes.
Oh damn, that's gonna be useful.
And it makes you like kick them in the face and stuff. It's awesome.
Ooh. But yeah, I love the wind stance just because of how over the top he is with his flourishing of the blade.
Yeah.
I especially love the typhoon kick you do, where you just hold down triangle and then you just boot them like a million miles
when you
away.
send them flying.
I do like how they've added the sort of, the sniper mode almost for the bow and arrow, where you slow down time. It feels so much more satisfying when you can line up like 3 headshots in one.
I know.
But it's also really satisfying as well when you feel like you're button mashing, but then because there was a video I caught the other day where I was kind of wearing my wandering Ronin sort of appearance I was going for, because I found an abandoned straw hat on a pole somewhere, and also I was wearing Nagal's armor, and I was just walking past on my horse and saw this group, so I obviously, did a standoff because I prefer to be the honourable samurai rather than the ghost, despite the fact that the ghost gameplay is awesome. And
Samurai of Tsushima.
But yeah, we did the standoff, and I got, well, because the perk I had at the time allows me to do 2 standoff strikes instead of just the 1. I got the 2, and then have you got the triple one?
Peasant.
Well, of course you do. You've been through the story, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Well, sorry that I'm probably heavily over-leveled for the Act 1. Screw saving my uncle. I just want to level up and become the greatest samurai in all of the land. But yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all, samurai. But yeah, so I did the standoff, killed both of them, and then I think one of my favourite things to do as well is, how you normally use the strong attacks to break their guard?
Yes.
I find it so much more satisfying to do a jump kick.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but just running over to them and then jump kicking them in the face before laying a combo down on them is just so much more satisfying than doing a heavy attack and breaking their guard for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
I always love the moments where he's finished slashing a bad guy up,
and
he sort of does a spin to finish them off.
I do like how he has obviously his different ones depending on how many strikes you do to kill them.
Yeah.
But that's another reason why you need to do the Mythic Tales, man, because you've got some abilities that, you've got the insanely weeb one, where you, open up your sheath or something, quickly
I
zip
beg your
around.
pardon?
Your sheath.
Oh, your sheath.
Yeah.
So you said fleece.
Yeah, fleece, why not? Whip that
Only
over.
Open up your fleece.
But you open up your sheath, and it's a typical weeb thing of zipping around, 3 guys coming back, closing your sheath, and then they all die simultaneously. You've got that ability, which I really want. You've got one where you just quickly move across one enemy, and they just instantly die. And the one I want the most is the fire ability, where you coat your...
You mean when you coat your...
Yeah, you coat it in oil and then ignite it.
Yeah.
I love the look of that. Are you gonna 100% the game?
Probably.
I think this is probably the second game that I've wanted to 100%.
What was the first one?
Spider-Man.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, it took me a while to do, because obviously I went off it for a little bit, because I was like, well, what can I do now? Because I've already completed all of the game, and I've got so many, Fisk headquarters to destroy, and so many, tokens I need to get. I think the bit that was the hardest was the drone challenges.
Right.
Especially the ones where you need to just chase them. Those proved very difficult, but got through it in the end. Got my platinum trophy, and after I complete Ghost of Tsushima's story, then that'll be my next goal.
Congratulations! I think one of the first games that I ever 100%ed was a Lego game. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, I imagine that'd probably be everyone's first platinum. Well, like ultimate trophy is just
Sorry, I should have
the
said
game.
first and only.
First and only.
Yeah.
Oh I mean, you know, it does take a considerable amount of time to unlock all of the trophies on Lego stuff.
I'm not that much of an achievement hunter, to be honest.
I think it just depends on like how much you enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Because obviously with Spider-Man, for instance, I loved that from the moment I played it. So
Yeah, it's a great game.
like, I mean, there are some games, like I guess multiplayer games, so like online, where it just seems like too much of a ball ache to like 100% it because it's so specific on what you have to do. And half the time it's also like, you know, based on luck, whether you get like a really good match or not.
Right.
Whereas obviously if it's a single player game like Spider-Man or Ghost of Tsushima, then you don't have to worry about some, you know, hacker in a different country with an aimbot or something. And then you lose all chance of getting that trophy that you've been trying to work towards for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't even looked at the trophies yet because I feel like some of them are gonna be like, oh, you know, complete Act 3 and then give like the title of the act. So
just avoid anything.
Yeah,
That isn't something you find in your playthrough.
I've had like a couple of recommended videos on YouTube, and I've just been like, no, I'm not letting this game get spoiled for me because I love it too much.
It's honestly one of the best contenders for Game of the Year. I mean,
I was thinking about that the other day. Actually, I was thinking, what kind of like category would this be put in? Like adventure?
Probably best adventure game, but I mean, Halo Infinite and Cyberpunk 2077 are coming out this year.
That's true.
So they're going to have to be really damn good to beat Ghost of Tsushima, in my opinion.
Mm.
Mind you, that shouldn't be too difficult for Halo Infinite because, you know, Halo's like one of the best franchises ever. But Ghost of Tsushima really was incredible.
Yeah.
I follow the actor who plays Jin Sakai.
Oh, right.
He's got a Twitch channel.
Oh, what does he play?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, of course he would.
But his personality is absolutely nothing like his character,
Ooh.
Which is so weird to see Jin Sakai making like sex jokes as he plays, and looking at his own arse as well.
I mean, when you get into that into the springs, hot damn, he packing.
Yeah. Do you ever wonder if they model a penis for naked characters in games?
I like to imagine they do, but like I imagine it's a separate team, and they're like, oh, you know, we need you to construct the penis structure for this man, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, you know, we've come up with what we thought would be good for him. We've looked at all of the history of I don't know, his ancestors, and they had a gene which said that they have small penises or something. And then it gets into the gameplay, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna like censor it all out by having his leg get in the way when he gets out of the hot spring. And
I expect they just do the action man technique.
Yes, just have the groin.
It's just an outline sort of clump.
Yeah.
But the reason I bring that up is because I just remembered the controversy. I don't know. Have you ever played a game called Beyond Two Souls?
No.
It's a game starring Ellen Page, and there was like a huge amount of controversy about it because it was motion capture. They fully like captured her face and body.
Right.
And in the scene in the game, there's this scene where she's naked and having a shower, and you don't actually see anything. But it turns out when people went into the game files that if you find the naked Ellen Page, like she's got nipples and everything. Oh. So there was like a huge amount of controversy about that. I think she even might have done something legally with the creators because she was so upset.
Yeah.
So, but I actually really like that game. But now I sort of feel weird knowing there's such malice behind one of the lead actors in it.
I mean, you never really know like what's gone on. Like it might be a case of the game directors just wanted to like go all the way with the design, but like you never know the true story.
No. He was just too afraid to ask for nudes.
So he decided to get them in game format.
Oh, that's so creepy, though.
Oh my god. But yeah, going back to Ghost of Tsushima, what horse did you pick?
I picked the black horse,
What did you name him?
Nobu.
Oh. Oh, I picked the white one and called him Sora. But now, whenever I think about him, all I think of is Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
It's such a good game.
But it just looks like Disney mixed with anime.
It basically is. But
Why is that so good then?
Because it's Disney characters fighting, Joe. You never seen Goofy with a sword, like, slicing up demons? It's awesome.
It's just weird to see Captain Jack Sparrow alongside, like, Donald Duck.
I mean, the art style at points is a bit strange. I'll give it that. And sometimes the voice acting can be awful, but overall the game's very fun.
Sweet. You never know, maybe I'll give it a try one day.
Maybe. I mean, I haven't kept up with the game series in a while, but it just seems like they keep releasing the same game, but they call it remix or something. I could be horribly wrong, and because I haven't done any research into this, so for anyone listening, please don't destroy me with hate comments, because I know barely anything about Kingdom Hearts apart from when I used to play it on my DS.
Yeah, all 12 people who are watching, don't you dare leave any hate comments.
4 of which are us.
You never know, we might get bigger in time.
I mean, it's
It'll
all,
certainly help having actors like Sean on.
Exactly.
In terms of...
And then, hopefully, maybe October, maybe November, and, hopefully we'll be able to get Doug on the line. But
that would be pretty cool.
I mean...
You lucky bastard.
I can't tell you how stressful it's going to be for me to just be like, think of him as my teacher, think of him as my teacher, don't think of him as Geralt.
So, did you remember your homework, Josh? That's a terrible Geralt impression, but I'm not saying sorry. If you're listening, Mr. Cockle, God, you're awesome. Marry my mother.
I don't think I've ever...
Be my stepdad.
I know his name's Doug Cockle, but when you just say Mr. Cockle, I'm such a kid when it comes to that.
Oh, Cockle, it's got cock in it. You better not laugh at him when he's your teacher.
Oh, no, I won't. I will have nothing but respect for him. I mean, he's going to be teaching me how to act, so,
I just want to think of what he thinks of Henry Cavill as The Witcher. I haven't actually watched the series yet, but I've heard he does a pretty good job.
I mean, I've been watching clips from the Witcher series recently, and all I can say is I'm so glad that Henry Cavill played the role of Geralt, considering he's a major gamer and he loves the Witcher franchise.
Yeah, I know. I saw the original interview where he's like, I've been playing The Witcher 3, it's brilliant.
Yeah. I just love how... when they get an actor who's really enthusiastic about a franchise, then they're going to do a good job at performing.
Exactly.
Also, whilst watching one of the fight scenes, I think is in one of the first episodes, I was watching him do a breakdown of the entire fight sequence. And it's really interesting to see how when they do decapitation or chopping limbs off and stuff like that, they use a sword prop, but it's got half of its blade missing.
Right.
And then they add that blading during post-production. So,
fair enough.
Have you seen the fight scene where Geralt sticks a sword through the guy's mouth?
No.
Okay, well that's a badass fight scene, and That I would call it a gripe, but there is the first guy he stabs through the neck with his sword. I just find it confusing because I mean I know I won't critique it too hard because obviously they're using a half sword and they've got to kind of guess, and it's both actors' job to try and pull it off. But he stabs it through the guy's neck, and then it almost seems like he just like rips it through his neck. But I'm pretty sure the intention was for him to like pull it out and then bring it round. But again, I could just be overanalyzing it because I love looking at the fight choreography. Again, I'm not slamming it. I'll just I'll only critique it because I love it.
That's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. Do you actually have a Netflix account?
I don't, unfortunately.
I thought you did.
Nah. Well, I mean, I attempted to because Molly said that she'd give me her account, but turns out she can't actually remember her account login. So.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, I'll still watch The Witcher soon because, I mean, well, I actually want to see if it's more truthful to the books rather than it is the games. But either way,
have you read the books?
I haven't read the books, but I'd like to.
Well, I hope it's true to the books. Have you read the books? No, but I want to.
Okay, well, yeah, I sound like a bit of a hypocrite there. But I know that obviously the plot's different slightly different in some of the games anyway. I think 3 is its own game. I don't know if it's by book or not. I'll have to research that. Well, I mean, I'll definitely have to do a lot of research before I meet Doug anyway.
I mean, The Witcher 3 is the only one I've played.
I mean...
It was pretty good.
I think the first 2 games are faithful to the book, and then the third one was just its own thing. Personally, I prefer the look of Geralt in the third one, because in the first 2, he looks like a bit of a gremlin. Like, look up a picture of Witcher 1 Geralt right now.
All right.
Because it is horrifying compared to the third. Like, you look at Geralt and you think, oh, he's a handsome man. And then you look at Witcher 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he looks like a gremlin.
He looks like Gollum with, like, long silver locks.
It's disturbing, isn't it?
It is.
What makes it more disturbing is it's still, obviously, Doug's silvery voice coming out of his mouth. So it's just like, I don't know how I feel about that. There's a very handsome man, like, in 3, and then it's just like, what happened in the past 2 games, man? But hey-ho,
Yeah.
And then I think, was it season 2 for the Witcher series? It comes out in 2021, I think.
I think so.
I mean, yeah, I need to watch that as soon as possible because I've watched too many clips of it, so I might as well just watch the episodes.
Sorry if I was a bit quiet then. Somebody walked through the room.
Oh god, your mic's gone a bit better. Ooh. Your mic is a bit wonky there.
Hello?
Oh god. What's happened? Hello. Unfortunately, there was a minor cock-up on mine and Joe's end, and this podcast had to be cut short due to technical reasons. No, we have not turned into robots. We are not your toaster overlords coming to destroy the Earth. So, thank you for watching another episode of Midnight Pop Culture. If you'd like to subscribe or comment, it would very much help us out. And we hope to hear from you again next time.